Thousands of runners hit the pavement for the marathon yesterday. One local woman was not in yesterday's field, but the event still holds a really special place in her heart.
Yeah, in 1996, it was the first marathon she ran in her attempt to run a marathon in each of the 50 states. Tony has her story in today's all-new Show and Tell.
Well, from Coeur d'Alene.
My guest today is Peggy Faber. Peggy just achieved her goal of running 50 marathons in each of the 50 states. Let me shake your hand. That is quite an accomplishment. We have the first medal you ever won. This was from the Portland Marathon.
Portland, Oregon.
1996.
1996.
And the most recent, this was just back in New York a couple weeks ago. So how did you ever get it into your head that you wanted to run 50 marathons in each of the 50 states?
Well, when I first started out, I was fast, but I wasn't quite fast enough to qualify for Boston. And if you train 6 months for a goal, you work at it, you run, you go across that finish line, and you see how close you were, but not close enough. It's pretty hard on you.
Yeah.
I loved running, I loved the community. I didn't want to not do it, so I came up with another goal, and I found the 50 States Club.
50 marathons, 50 different states.
I've seen the video of you doing the last 100 yards of this most recent, the 50th. What was going through your mind when you finished this long-term goal you've been working on so long?
It was surreal. I had 30 people, family, friends, and I made so many friends out there. Everywhere I went, we were in these blue Parkinson shirts, and the fans, or the group that came with me, were in Team Peggy shirts. Everyone knew us in this small town. They made it the most memorable race you could imagine.
You mentioned Parkinson's, and I know that about halfway through achieving this goal, you got the diagnosis, but you determined to continue with the 50 marathons. Tell me about that.
When I first got diagnosed, I asked what I could do and if there was who could help me, and they sent me to a physical therapist whose motto was exercise is medicine. We hit it off. She understood my marathon lifestyle. She said that it probably held off Parkinson's symptoms from showing up for years. I knew I was going to be slower. Initially you run, then I did a run walk, then I did a walk run, and now I just walk. So I had the diagnosis. The next step was, what do I do about it? Just let's move past grief, let's move past denial, and let's get straight into what can I do about it.
Does that not reflect your personality in everything you've done in life?
I certainly hope so.
Yeah, it really feels like that's who you are. I know that you have a motto that you've kept in mind throughout this whole process. What is that?
Dream, believe, achieve, succeed.
And I almost hate to ask, but now that the goal has been achieved, what's next for Peggy?
I have a lot of things on the agenda.
Good.
One of the ones I'm most excited about is I'm going to become a nana for the first time.
Oh, okay.
My daughter's going to have a baby. I am looking at half marathons.
Well, from first to last, we're so proud of you, and thank you so much for sharing your story. Really inspirational. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
I have goosebumps after hearing her story. I mean, absolutely incredible. You're right. No excuses, Tony.
Exactly. Yeah. And she dedicated her 50-state challenge to the Parkinson's Foundation. So if you want to, find out more about it, donate some funds to the foundation. We put a link to her website on kptv.com. But it's always so frustrating because there's so much more I could tell you about her. But,
I know.
3-minute little window there. It's hard. But I mean, she just did a tremendous accomplishment.
So inspired by her.
Yeah,
your stories give me goosebumps. I'm telling you.
She did the work.
And congratulations. Wow.
Speaking of